Welcome to Harcourts Gold here at 471 Papanui Road. My name is Sandra O'Brien and I work as part of the auction team here at Harcourts Gold alongside Chris Kennedy and Mark Morrison, your auctioneers. Just some housekeeping protocol. We do work under orange, so we ask that you sanitise on the way in and out, and just while you're within the room, please remain with your mask on. Now, a very warm welcome to our owners this morning. Now, firstly, we acknowledge and thank you for your ease of access and your presentation over the past few weeks. We also appreciate there is choice in the marketplace, so thank you for choosing to work alongside Harcourts Gold and your lead marketing consultant, and may we wish you all the best for this morning. May I introduce to Harcourts Gold management team. We have them scattered throughout the room. I'll endeavour to introduce them. They're here to assist you, and if you need some help, please call on one of these folk and they'll be right alongside to help. Firstly, we have our Harcourts Gold business owner, Lynette McFadden, looking stunning in a lovely dress. And we also have our Papanui officers, managers. Here is Jane Meyer. She's in a cream jacket against the window. We have Margaret Danza, she's at our Redwood office, ably takes care of that office up the road. And we also have Henry Cochrane against the window alongside the back. And Mitchell McDonald, I think he's right beside him. So please feel free to call on those folks. Now Mark Thompson down the back in the lovely green tie is our Mortgage Express representative. Now if you need some last minute financial advice, please do get alongside Mark, he'll be right there to help you. Alana to my left takes care of what you see on the screen today, as well as beams today's proceedings out to the world via our webcam. Now we can have quite a number of viewers online at any one time, so if you've joined us this morning, we wish you well. I know your lead marketing consultant will have made all the documentation available to you throughout the campaign. That's the LIM, the title and the agreement from which we work as approved by the Real Estate Institute of New Zealand and the Auckland District Law Society. Now folks, we have a few rules and regulations we must play by today. Firstly, our sellers have set a reserve price that will not be disclosed to bidders, and subject to that reserve being reached or breached, the highest bidder whose bid our auctioneer accepts shall become the purchaser. Now also, if a dispute arises concerning any bid, our auctioneer will either determine the dispute or re-offer the property at the last undisputed bid. Your auctioneer may nominate the sum by which bidding can be raised. Now he may also refuse any bid if it's deemed not to be in the best interests of our seller. The auctioneer or licensed real estate agent may submit a bid on behalf of another person. Now this is normally done via the telephone, but rest assured all the paperwork will have been signed and cited prior to the commencement of the auction. Our sellers also reserve the right to bid exclusively through our auctioneers. Now this is called a vendor bid. If one of our auctioneers places a bid on behalf of the seller, rest assured it will be well below that reserve price and it will be clearly identified as vendor bid. Our sellers also reserve the right to withdraw the property from sale before it is actually sold and without declaring the reserve price. Now, what this means is our owners have exercised their rights under clause 2.6 of the contract and withdrawn the property from sale and sold it outside the room. Now, it doesn't happen a lot. However, it can happen from time to time. So to avoid disappointment, we suggest you hold that highest and last bid. Finally, if you're the lucky purchaser this morning, identified by gavel to podium, then before you head away to celebrate, we just require three things from you. We ask that you sign the agreement confirming receipt of the approved real estate agent's guide, arrange a deposit equal to 10% of that purchase price, and finally complete the GST information in Schedule 1 of that same document. Buyers, those are the rules under which you bid and buy today, as clean as they are precise, cash and unconditional. Timely we get things underway, I invite Mark Morrison to the podium to call your first auction this morning.
Thank you, Sandra. Appreciate the introduction today. Alrighty folks, well nice to be working alongside you for the first time today. Some 10 properties coming to the market for your spirited bidding. I'll be looking after the first 5, the first handful, and then Chris will be taking the rostrum a little later on this morning. The first The first of this morning, as you would have seen in your program, is number 6 Timberlands Terrace in the beautiful Waitakere, brought to the market by Christine Flynn. She's run an impeccable campaign, as she always does, representing our lovely owners. Good luck, Christine. Of course, good luck to our beautiful owners who are here today in the room. Let me steer you through some of the formalities of a number 6. This is an estate and freehold. You're buying 698 square metres of the very best land that you can buy here in New Zealand. It's made up of Lot 30. It's deposited plan 340539, and it's all outlined in your certificate of title that Christine's been making overwhelmingly available to each and every one of you. I note some registered telephone bidders may come into play today. That's absolutely fine if that's the case. I've cited all the paperwork and all that documentation. Schedule 2 outlines the list of chattels that you receive by way of your purchase price. Goodness me, it's an impressive list that you buy today. Your further terms of sale, clauses 22 through to 25. You would have read them, understood them, and understand and acknowledge that you are bidding and buying on that basis. And as Sandra mentioned before, cash and unconditional is your bidding in all respects. Let's go and take one last look now at number 6 Timberlands Terrace. Had the privilege of visiting this gorgeous home a couple of weeks ago on our team inspection on a Tuesday morning. And I think we sell you, yes, it's a wonderful property, there's no doubt about that. It's a beautiful home, but I think we also sell you a better way of life here in number 6. It's where friends and family will gather happily. They'll always want to come around and visit you. Your social network is going to blossom by calling this one home. But if you want to live that little bit more of a reclusive lifestyle, well, you'll be able to do that here. I love that secondary living space. That's a nice place just to tuck yourself away on these cold winter days that we no doubt have to look forward to, and you can just get away from everything and everyone there. Why wouldn't you live in Waitakere? It is a beautiful lifestyle that awaits you. You've got quality neighbours that surround you in every direction. You've got forest walks, you've got beach swims and runs in the summertime, and more golf courses than you could care or ever wish to have within easy reach. It's a lifestyle here. It's a beautiful home that you get to come to at the end of every day. Folks, I know there's good interest in this home. My instructions today are to place a vendor bid at $1,150,000 to start things underway. Let's move in 50s on the rise from there. Who's got 1.2 for me? Straight out of the blocks, and why wouldn't you? Confidently done. 1.2 with you. Nice to meet you and very good luck today. Hope to see you at the end. At 1,200,000, there's our starter. Who's got 1.25 million to go? Who's got 1,250 for me? For number 6, number 1 in your heart though, surely. For a gorgeous home. For the first chance. At 1,200,000 with my confident starter. 1,250 on top of yourself. Confidently, would you bid me 1.3? Let's keep going. Let's keep rolling. But at 1,250,000, it's worth it all day long at 1.3, surely. Stamp your authority on proceedings. At 1,250, you're in the lead, but let's keep working. Let's keep climbing those ladder. The ladder, I should say, next rung up the ladder is 1.3. Nicely done at 1.3. I should have asked for more. That's a good bid. Like your strategy today at 1,300,000. You bid confidently for good real estate such as this. First time. Calling it away at 1,300,000. Twice now. At 1.3, Margaret Danza from our Redwood office coming over for a little chit chat. Probably to discuss the weather, long weekend plans, I'm sure. Or maybe the opportunity to buy here. At 1.3, welcome in any further bidding. Who's got 1,350 for me? Third chance. 1,320. Shortens my stride ever so slightly. That's okay though. We're still moving up. It's always a good sign in these auctions. At 1,320,000 I have. Confidently here for a gorgeous home. Duality of living spaces. Gorgeous outdoor entertaining spaces. Both inside and out, you'll live the good life here at 1,320,000. Is there 1,350 potentially? Working alongside Jenny Rolton. Take a pause. What I do is I scan the room, I put everyone on notice, otherwise I pause here. We offer an opportunity for you to buy number 6 Timberlands Terrace at 1,320. First chance. Only 10% today, you worry about the rest later. Twice called, third chance at 1,320 here. Well, Margaret, let's just take a pause. We'll catch our breath and offer an opportunity to buy north of 1,320. Pausing at 1,320. you very much for your patience. Appreciate your patience. Let us now move forward with our second of the day. 1-3 Conifer Place in the gorgeous suburb of Huntsbury, brought to the market by Mr. Cameron Bailey. Absolute real estate juggernaut. Cameron, you've been really busy here, I know, over 90 through, so good interest in this home, and why wouldn't there be? This is a quality opportunity here. Let me steer you through the formalities before we get to the part that we're all here for. This is an estate in cross lease. It's a flat 1 deposit of plan 37356 on lot 36, deposit of plan, what's that, 25225, having an undivided share in some 1107 square metres. Telephone bidders may come into play today. I've cited the paperwork. Really happy to move forward on that basis, so I'll point those bidders out to you should that occur. Settlement date is set down 10 working days. Is it, Cameron? We made an adjustment to that, I think. Yeah, so that's perfect. So we'll be working on that. Cameron would have been filling you in with that information. Schedule 2 outlines the list of chattels that you receive by way of your purchase price. Numerous further terms of sale. You would have read and reviewed those, clauses 22 through to 26, but you certainly bid and you buy on that basis. I remind you, cash and unconditional is your bidding in all respects here today. Conifer Place in Huntsbury. This is a unique and special opportunity that we bring to the market today. Living on the lower slopes of Huntsbury, I think, just elevates your lifestyle and improves your outlook on life every day of the week. I love the situation. As I said, I love the outlook of this one. You face due north pretty much, which means you just soak in that sunshine as it works its way across the property throughout the day. And you overlook a private oasis, a gorgeous location, the landscape gardens that you get to enjoy. You just see the view up on screen there that I'm talking about. Love the flexibility of that mezzanine space. That's a good place potentially for that work from home situation. Potentially you do some yoga there. In the evenings. That may be a bit of a stretch for some of you though. Schools, cafes, walking and biking, it is all there. It's all there in this location. Stunning home, folks. My instructions today is to place a vendor bid at $450,000 to kick things underway. Let's move in 20s to make it really easy. Who'd like to stretch their arm up first at $450 with me, vendor bid? Pretty simple. Expect you to be clambering over each other to get a bid in at $470. These polite, respectful crowds aren't my favourite. First chance on that vendor bid at $450. Now's the time, folks. You've been waiting 3.5 weeks for this moment. Bid here, sir. Good luck. Nice to see you at $470. Underway. Courageous to start, sir. Often those that start finish. Let's find out. But at $470, now have I chased down a mere 20 to go? Who's got $490 for me?
480, yeah.
480, okay. It wasn't asking for 10s, Cam, but I'll keep working with you at 480. So stay strong in the 20s and come back at 5.
10.
Okay, we play the 10 game, Cam. You've started it with your buyer on the telephone. Moving in the 10s then, it seems to be comfortable at 490 here. With my starter, as he turns and gazes, eyes up the front, sir. I know it's not a pretty look up here, but just try and keep working with me at the front. At 490, it's down with you. First chance at 490 in Huntsbury. School zoning, 500,000. Nicely done. Back in with 5. And sir, 510. Or do you accelerate and get me to 520? 10. Considered, but confident at 510. Nicely done. Nose back in front. At 510, and I welcome in any further bidding, fresh faces into the race at any stage, at 510 down the front.
515.
Geez, really cutting me back today, Cameron. Not sure if that's the strategy, but let's keep working. We'll find out at 515. So this bid's vital. Stay in those 10s. Put some daylight between you and the competition. Okay. Sauce for the goose, as they say. What's good for the goose, good for the gander at $520,000. Slowly considered, but we moved north. 525 at 5 1/4. At 525, that won't put you off, sir. You'll come back at 530. Once cool.
530.
530. 530. 53NO. Need to keep bidding, Cameron, on the telephone, but at 530 it's just away from your buyers. Down the front with my starter. At 530. Who's courageous, who's bold and gets me to 550? But at 530 it's down the front. First call. Twice as I scan the room. You don't need to be a looker, you can be a bidder here today.
535.
Okay, 535, we play the 5 game. Strategy's not working, who's going to mix it up first? 535, it's here. So go 550. Keep working with me. 40, very good. I assume that's 540, not 40 on top. You laugh. I was deadly serious. That would be my strategy, sir, but what do I know? 540. With that telephone bid I was looking for. At 540. Down the front in the lead with my starter. For 1-3 Conifer Place in Huntsbury. Gorgeous place to call home. For the first time at 540 down the front. Come back at 550, Cam. Double me up. Twice called. Third chance, I'm going to pause down the front. I scan the room. I check the room at 540. Sir, I'm not selling to you at 540, but you'll understand that clearly value north of that level. Let's pause. We'll have a conversation with you and offer you an opportunity to buy it north of that level. Good luck. We'll find some space and some room for you. All right, team, we move to our third of the day. Let's keep our day rolling along. 247 Greers Road in Bishopdale is where I take you next. Good old-fashioned real estate in Bishopdale, I always say. Brought to the market by the shining light that is Debbie Soper. Once again, you've run a sensational campaign here, Debbie, so good luck to you. Good luck to our lovely owners who you represent. 247 Greers Road, you buy 653 square metres of that freehold parcel, so you're buying quality land in a quality location. It's lot 219, deposit plan 22117, which is all ably outlined in that certificate of title that Debbie's been filing through to your inboxes over the length of this campaign. Settlement date is set down for 28 days from the date of sale or any other such date that may have been mutually agreed upon in writing by both parties, basically prior to today. Schedule 2 outlines your chattels that you receive, and those further terms, I should say, clauses 22 through to 25. Once more, you bid and you buy on that basis. Cash and unconditional in all respects is your bidding. Well, this is absolutely rock solid bread and butter real estate that we sell you today. Owning a home such as this in this location, I think, is really smart. It's a smart thing to do. It's a smart place to put your money. I love the fact that you buy permanent material, rock solid TC1 land, and in zone for Burnside High School. That just underlies, I think, that this is an educated real estate decision right across the board. It's been recently painted, recarpeted, and that reminds you that you just get to move in and simply relax. The kids, they can play nice and safely in their own little worlds as they do in that backyard, and all your cares, they'll diminish, won't they, as you enjoy a cold one on the deck, as you connect on that beautiful deck. That just connects your inside and outside worlds so easily. 3 double bedrooms, they're serviced by that updated bathroom. I think this is an absolute winner across the board, folks. My instructions, and this will be music to most ears, especially Chris Kennedy's, is to open the bidding at 660. At $660,000 on a vendor bid with me, I open things up. Who's got 680 for me? Welcome in, sir. Good luck to you working alongside Leanne Marriott. Always well prepared at $680,000. Good luck at 680. There's your competition. My left, your right. I chase down 20 to go. Who's got 7 for me? First chance with my starter across the left at $680,000 for Graham's Road. Burnside High School zones. This is educated real estate that you buy. Twice call. Third call. Final. Oh, beat me to it. Your money's so much better than my vendor bids at $700,000. Would you bid me 740? Keep things moving along. But at $700,000, it's with you. I'm looking for 20s. Come 720, we can remain friends. 720 on the nod, confidently at $720,000. For the first time, it may just be you here today. That privilege of being an auction bidder. You're like first class passengers on the plane. No cattle class here, you're all premium buyers. At $720,000. For the first time, I count it down. Just move in and enjoy this one. New carpet, new paint, easy living.
We'll do 725.
7.25. Jumping the bidding at $725,000. At 7.25. Here comes Jane. $725,000 I have. Who's got 730 for me? Don't have instructions at this point. It's good real estate that we sell today. Hands up who hasn't had a bid today. Never works. 7, 2, and 5 I have. Looking for an increase, Jane? How about 750? It's got a nice ring to it. Easy to work out the deposit. But 725 I have. Dealing with cash, dealing with certainty today. In these uncertain times. Some quiet room today. Sandra, what was that joke you were sharing earlier?
I don't think I can.
Okay. That's fine. Not appropriate, was it?
I'll try and think of another one.
What's our increase, sir? 730, the wake up call. At 7.3 and 0. You'll be waking up happily here every day, I would have thought. At 7.3 and 0. Once called. Jane, you should have worn the running shoes today. Yeah. Anyway, we'll recarpet after this afternoon at $730,000. Looking for an increase, not quite there. First, second chance at 730. All the hard work's being done by our owners. All that's left to do is pay that deposit, put your name on the title, and move in. You can be in about a month's time. $730 to bid. Looking for that 750 that I mentioned before. That might help our owners in their decision making. Increase is Leanne at 735. Appreciate the bid, sir. This is good. Keep working. At 7.3 and 5. Graham's Road. Very transparent is the process here. You can see it all unfold in front of your eyes. Unless your mask's a little bit high on your face. 7.35. Graham's Road, 247 Graham's Road at 7.3 and 5. Jane's getting her 10,000 steps in today. There's no doubting that. Since we're getting close, but it's 7, 3 and 5. No instructions at this point. I keep asking for that 750. Ever the optimist I am. $740. I've got good hearing. At $740. Really appreciate the increase. Cash unconditional the bid at $740,000. Just 10% deposit today, folks. Welcome in any fresh bidders at $745 potentially. At $740 I have. With my starter. I've got all day. I clear my diary every Thursday. It's my favourite day of the week.
Big decisions take time.
They do, they take time. I rented the suit for the whole day as well.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Got an extension.
Yeah, I did.
Good.
We're going to take a pause on that note.
Okay. So I don't have instructions at 740. Let us all catch our breath. We'll have a discussion and we'll keep our program moving. So pausing at 740. Let me just scan and check. First, second, third. Pausing then at 740. You back to the first of the day. An update for you. 6 Timberlands Terrace in the beautiful Waitakere. We paused a little while ago with the bid at 1,320,000. You see it there up on screen. We've had some conversations, some discussions, some debate out in the back rooms. The conclusion of those debates is that we have had a very gracious increase in the bid, I understand, through to 1,450,000. Confirmation very clear on the nod at 1,450,000. I now look to our beautiful owners. I understand we're on the market and we are selling. Very clear instructions at $1,450,000. I scan the room, I check the room, I welcome in a bid, even a little 10,000 on the side for the chance, but otherwise we sell here confidently at 1,450,000 in a bright future. A beautiful living situation commences for you. First chance at 1,450,000. Twice at 1,450,000. Third final chance, happiness going your way at 1,450,000. 6 Timberlands, it's coming your way. It's going. Sold here. Fantastic, congratulations to our owners. Thank you for the opportunity to represent you. We'll put some bidding music on and be back with our next of the day, which is Greers Road, very shortly. thank you once more for your patience. I now take you into our 10:30 time slot. The last in our 10 a.m. time slot, I should say, 454 at Greers Road, number 4 in your program. Brought to the market by Mr. Mark Wong. Alongside Mark is Jin Jing. These two fine gentlemen have been assisting you over the last few weeks as you complete your due diligence on your way to home ownership here in Greers Road. This is an estate and freehold. You buy 809 square metres of that freehold parcel, lot 1, deposited plan 15585, which is all outlined in your certificate of title that Team Wong have been filing through to each and every one of you. Now, settlement date, relatively late change. Let me just outline that to you. It's the 24th of June of this year. Incidentally, that's a Friday, so that's the conjoined settlement and possession date. Unless you've made prior arrangements in writing with our owners, then that will be fine. You'll be playing to those terms. The list of chattels, they are concise. You've received them by way of your purchase price here today. And those further terms of sale are clauses 22 through to 24 inclusive. Your bidding is cash and unconditional, as it is in all of our auctions in the Harcourts Gold auction rooms. Let's go and take a last look at 454 Greers. This is an absolute box ticket of a home in my eyes. You gain that large parcel of land. You gain 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, plenty of off-street parking at the front, family life if that's your thing. That will be very, very easy here. The bedrooms are situated 2 up, 2 down, so there's really good flexibility there in terms of the bedrooms, the after-hours accommodation, plentiful and certainly taken care of. And speaking of space, plenty of space in that lock-up garage situation, which is connected to that workshop and study space. Potentially that could work for all manner of setups for you depending on your situation. You're so close to both North Link, North Linz and the Bishopdale Mall, so if amenities are your thing, if you need the convenience, well, I think this is convenient living right across the board. Folks, what I'm going to do today is open up the bidding at $725,000 on a vendor bid. I look for $750 in the room. Who gets out of the starting blocks first, confidently and quickly, would be my suggestion. 7 1/4 with me at 725, as I look for 750 to start. I expect the barrage of bidding at these sort of levels for this sort of home. Sir, politely I'll decline, looking for 750. 725 with me on a vendor bid. Appreciate the interest, but it needs to be at 750. I ironically won't be selling to you at 750, but you'll understand that. Once called at 725, as I look for a mere 25, just for the right to have a conversation. Second call at 725. Gentlemen, you have that first option here in the auction room, but you need to bid unconditionally, you need to bid confidently. 750, welcome and nice to see you. Good luck, gents, at $750,000. What I do is I just scan the room, I check the room. If I don't see any further bidding, I'll just be pausing with you at 750. I think that's the wise thing to do at 750,000. For the first time, in Greers Road, it's 750 here. Twice call. Second chance, penultimate chance for the third and final, with my starters here working alongside Nick Dwan here in the Papanui office. Will Mitch, Mark, Jing, let's just pause, I think, at 750,000, probably the prudent thing to do. Let's just pause there. We'll have a conversation with these gentlemen and offer you an opportunity to buy. Good luck to all of you involved. Folks, an update for you on 1-3 Conifer Place in Huntsbury. We paused a little while ago with the bidding, paused at $540,000. Now we have had some discussion out in the back rooms, the conclusion of which is this. Our owners have exercised their right under clause 2.6 in the contract, and they have decided to withdraw the property from market and sell it outside the room. So congratulations, Conifer Place is sold. Alright folks, thank you once more for your patience. I now move forward to our first in the 10:30 time slot, which is 34A Craik Road, brought to the market by Mr. Cameron Bailey. Just before we move forward to this beautiful property, I just remind you today of the rules by which we play. In all situations, all occurrences, we work subject to a confidential reserve price. Won't be disclosing those reserves to you, the bidders at large. Your job as the bidders is the most simple one here today. It's to get the bidding up to those reserve prices. Assuming we can work together to do that, the highest bid whose bid that Chris or I accept will very simply be the purchaser. As auctioneers, we can nominate the sum by which those bids are increased, and we can refuse a bid if we deem it not to be in the best interest of our owners. Vendor bidding may be a phrase you're familiar with or have heard about. If we place a vendor bid as auctioneers on behalf of our owners, they're always under our reserve price, and we'll label them very clearly because we'll use language such as vendor bid. Best course of action is to bid with confidence over and above those vendor bids, and you'll be just fine. At the fall of the hammer, that's the part you're all here for. If the hammer falls in your direction, you're the successful purchaser. We need you to make a deposit equaling 10% of the purchase price, and you'll complete all of the documentation alongside the team, and then you can commence your celebrating. All right, 34A Craik Road in the heart of Ireland there. This is absolutely quality real estate that we bring to the market, represented, as is often the case on a Thursday, by Mr. Cameron Bailey. This is an estate and freehold. You're buying 1,849 square metres of prime time land. It's Lot 9 Deposit of Plan 17735, which is all outlined in that certificate of title. The 30th of June of this year is that conjoined settlement and possession date unless you've made prior arrangements in writing. Schedule 2 outlines the impressive list of chattels that you receive in those further terms. Clauses 22 through to 25, you bid and you buy on that basis. This is a residence where superlatives simply don't measure up to what greets you as you approach this property and once you get inside. No words that I can share with you will do this one justice, but I'll give it my very best shot. This is 1,849 square metres of those park-like grounds that you gain today. Architecturally designed home, and I just think it redefines what you think is possible in a home, but more importantly, it will define you and your family's life going forward. Social networking will be a thing that you will revel in here in Clyde Road. Any occasion, be it big or small, this home will work for you, be it the formal spaces, the informal spaces, inside or outside. There is a situation and a place for every occasion. The swimming pool, I think that will be an absolute hit with both the young and the young at heart in those summer months. And in terms of education, well, goodness me, it doesn't get too much better than this, does it? Because you're in that golden triangle of educational precincts with Christchurch boys, Christchurch girls, and Burnside High. You've got Medbury School just down the road for the young and up-and-coming gentlemen of this world. Craik Road, folks, a special opportunity awaits one lucky owner, one lucky buyer today. Who will it be? My instructions are to open the bidding at $2,700,000. At 2.7, get you a letterbox in Ponsonby. You get a whole lot more down here in the 03, that's for sure. At 2.7, I look for 2.8. Who's got a cool 100 to move us north? First chance on that vendor bid at 2.7. Don't all go at once. Twice called at 2,700,000 for a special home, deserving of your best efforts today. We favour the cash and the unconditional buyers, but now's the time. Third call at 2.7, looking for a little hundy to go. Should be really easy at this level. Well, Cameron, I just placed another vendor bid then at $2.8 million. I give you a roadmap, some guidance. Clearly we need to be north of that level for such a quality home. At 2.8 on my second vendor bid. University just across the road. This is educated real estate that you buy. Medbury just down the road. In zone for great schools. But it's the home itself that I think is the absolute winner here. Once called at 2.8. Bid me 2.9. We can have a conversation with you, that's all. Won't be selling you the home. We just offer you that first opportunity to have a chat. 2.8 on a vendor bid. Looking for a bid north of there. Just for that first right. 2.9. Looking for 2.9. 2,850. Welcome in, folks. Good luck. At $2,850,000. There's our starters at 2,850. Good to see interest here, and why wouldn't there be at these levels at $2,850,000? Once called, there's the competition as I chase down 2.9. Let me be consistent in my requests, and we'll move in the 50s. Should be easy to put your hand up at 2.9. But at $2,850,000 with my starters. A multitude of living spaces, entertaining spaces, or relaxation spaces, depending on your needs. Pausing here. First chance, I scan the room. Twice I put you on notice. Third chance, well, I pause with you at $2,850,000. We present you an opportunity to buy the home. Come and work with the team. Cameron and Brendan, they'll help you into this gorgeous new home.
Sorry.
Yeah, and I'm going to pass over to Chris Kennedy, who's done your stretches. Alrighty folks, once more thank you for your patience. A couple of updates for you. Firstly, I take you back to number 3 in your catalogue, which is 247 Graham's Road in Bishopdale. We paused with our highest bidder at $740,000. We had some discussions in the back rooms. The conclusion of those discussions is that the bid still lies at $740,000. However, no change of instructions, so we're not on the market. What I'm going to do is reopen the auction, reopen the property, and re-offer the property to you, and I look for a bid north of that $740,000. If I don't see further bidding, I'll simply be passing the property in today, and we open it up to the conditional market. You can take your chances in that conditional market. So we deal with the cash and the unconditional here today. First chance at $740,000, twice as I count it down. Third call for Burnside High Zones at $740,000. Well, we pass in the property, then I hand it back in to the capable hands that are Debbie Soapers. Before I finish there, however, we do have an asking price to announce. We are now priced to sell at $759,000. So $759,000 is where we are priced to sell. If you've got interest in this home because you have or haven't seen it but would love to see it, then Debbie is certainly the person to talk to. So priced now at $759,000. 9. I now move immediately, if I may, to 454 Greers Road, number 4, so straight after it in our catalogue. We paused at $750,000. We've got a little bit of daylight between our interested party and our owners at the moment who hold the property in slightly higher regard than that. That is absolutely fine. What we're going to do is reopen the auction at 750. If I don't see a further bid, I'll just pass it in at that 750, and once more we can work the conditional market post-auction. First chance at $750,000, twice at 750. Third chance at 750, done, out, silent. You've spoken volumes by not speaking at all. And what I do is I pass the property in at Greers Road back into Team Wong in their capable hands. Passing in at 750, clearly we need to be north of that level. So if you've got interest in this home, please go and talk to Mark Jing and the team. Now, I'm able to hand over to Mr. Chris Kennedy once again. He's like an excited little child on Christmas Day because he needs to call some auctions now, Chris.
It's like my first ice cream of the day, Mark. It's always. Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Nice to be standing up here working alongside Mark Morrison and the wonderful team here at Harcourts Gold. It is my pleasure to call a couple of auctions today and join the auction team, and of course join you here in the auction room. I do remind you that should the property fall in your favour by the fall of the hammer, you will be required to do several things. Sign the memorandum recording the sale. In other words, the contract, pay a deposit equal to 10% of the purchase price, and complete the GST information in Schedule 1. Your bidding today, cash and unconditional. Even though we have masked, it is a transparent process. We will take our time, give you every opportunity to place a bid and move forward with today's proceedings. I welcome to the room Mr. Lou Ding and Michelle Fu. They've been your tour guides to ownership. They've taken you down that driveway of due diligence over the past 3 to 4 weeks. They've furnished your inboxes with all of that information that enables you to make some very clear and concise decisions today. Lou, you all set to go? How's Michelle?
Good.
And Natalia? Michelle's at home with Natalia, just having given birth to a beautiful baby girl. Good luck to you both. You've had a wonderful campaign, and of course, good luck to our wonderful owners. The property itself, though, the postie knows this one, is 4 Luck Street in Hallswell, Christchurch and G. This will be a lucky day for you. It is a freehold parcel of land, some 450 square metres. It is on lot 16, deposited plan 552065. You'll find that contained and described in certificate of title, folio 955575 of the Canterbury Land Registry. Your bidding today, that's GST inclusive, so what you bid is what you pay. No change to the chattels, I won't go through that. And we take that you've read, you've understood clauses 22 through to 24. You bid, you buy on that basis. And once again, buyers, as I've said, cash and unconditional is your bidding. The day your life just gets a whole lot luckier is the settlement and possession. That is the 16th of June 2022, or any other such date that may have been mutually agreed upon in writing. Let's just take a wander back through this wonderful offering. And I'd have to say, as luck would have it, I visited number 4 Luck Street on the weekend, and in the year of the Tiger, the number 4 is actually an incredibly lucky number. So I'd suggest that your luck's in today if you put your hands in the air. This is, and that was a tongue twister, try and say that quickly. This is a beautifully positioned home. It's wonderfully positioned, wonderfully specced, and it sits magnificently on its site, gathering all of that all-day sun, and of course sheltered, beautifully presented. I love the big living. I love the spec of the kitchen. 4 beautiful big bedrooms. The property, it has wonderful curbside appeal, beautiful big garaging, and of course in the garaging you've got that wonderful attic there for everybody just to store that stuff that we collect as we build a life, but more importantly build a family in such a beautiful, and I'd have to say, lucky location. Buyers, in your hands, call for your opening bids and offers. Where do you see it? Well, that worked, didn't it? Kind of thought that would have got everybody excited. Call for your interest. Now's the time to play. What do you say, Bars? Is there $780,000 in the room? There's a hint. Somebody, surely, 780? Well, you hesitate. I don't. Welcome to the bidding. Got a little bit quick there, but there's $780,000. Hope to see you at the end, but there's my new best friend. At 780, and I look for 800 from here at $780,000. Let's move in 20s if you like at 780 bid. Bidding, sir? No? Oh, gosh. Just when you moved up like that, I mean, that's a sign. But at 780, 780, there's the bid, Bars. First time at 780. Twice the money at 780. Third call then at 780. All done. Silent. Well, you bidding? 800. Welcome in. Welcome into you at $800,000. There's your competition on the window. At 800,000 and 20 back, or is it more? 820? I'm taking 20, sir, respectfully. I need 20. 820? Is that a yes? No. You wouldn't bid 820? That's what I look for today. Thank you, at 820. Happy wife, happy life, my friend. I have to say that at 820. There's your bid. I look to you for 40 if you will. At 820 bid here. 40, thank you, at 840. Be strong, stay together on this. You'll have a happy life, I'm sure. But at 840 on the window, I look for 860. Good work. Nodding clearly now, has his instructions at 860. 860, there's the bid. With all due respect, sir, I think we'll get to know each other very well. But at 860, it's here. Are you 880? $860's the bid. 880, thank you, sir, at 880. $880,000 and 900 beckon. Should be no hesitation here. 900. Welcome back at 900. Confidently and quickly. I like this man already at 900,000. Forming a great relationship here at 900's the bid. Against you now, sir, but it's 900 here. My left, your right at 900. I look for 20 on the rise. Do you say 920? Big decision to be made. Give you plenty of time, but at 900, my bid's here. 900,000. No, too early for 5, sir. Thank you. I'm in a good mood. Let's move in 10s. Afford you the same courtesy. At 910, it's my first call of the day. Let's make it work. At 910, and I call for 20 on you. Or you should stay in the 20s, but at 910, it's here. First, at 910. Second call, do you go 920? Surely not. Third call then at 910. I look for 20. Is there 920? Happy to take 10s from you. At 910. It's on the window at 910. Sir, not in a position I can sell to you at 910. I'll ask you to increase your bid. But at 910, it's with you. Can't sell it to you at 910. Don't have those instructions. At 910. I look for a rise from here if you like, though. Out, silent. Shame, this would have been a lucky home for you. At 910's the bid on the window at 910. First call at 910. Twice the money at 910,000. Third call at 910. Sir, can I ask for an increase, or do we simply pause and have a conversation with you? Pause, okay, at 910 with you. If I pause here at 910, all rights leave the room. Happy for that to happen at 910. First, second, third, well, sir, we'll pause with you at 910, offer you an opportunity to buy and find some space outside the room very shortly. 910, auction still live.
attention back to the front of the room, if I may. I take us now to 452 Gloucester Street in Linwood, which is brought to the market by Mr. Mark Wong, and alongside Mark is Joanna Gu. These two have been assisting you over the last few weeks. Now, for our auction today, Gloucester Street in Linwood, it appears that we don't have anyone here to bid and buy today. So instead of running through the formalities of this one, what we are going to do is to simply make an announcement that our auction won't go ahead today, but we have an asking price on the property now, so you can show interest and make offers in this home, either unconditionally or conditionally, if that is your situation, at $899,000. So nice and simple and quick today here in Gloucester Street in Linwood, priced at $899. I'm now going to move us forward, or Chris, I should say, will move us to our other Gloucester Street offering just down the road at 509.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the front of the room. I do welcome into the room today your lead marketing consultants. They're a duo. They've been working very, very hard over the past 3 to 4 weeks. I welcome Shrina Zhao and Mark O'Loughlin. They have taken you once again down or through that driveway of due diligence. They've filled your inboxes with all of the relevant information. The team, are you all set to go? Good luck to you both, and of course, good luck to our wonderful, wonderful owners. The property itself, though, it's described as 509 Gloucester Street, Linwood, Christchurch City. This is a beautiful big freehold parcel of land, some 2,022 square metres, more or less. You'll find that on lot 206 and 207, deposited plan 420. You'll find it contained and described in Certificate of Title, volume 24A, folio 693 of the Canterbury Land Registry. We offer you vacant possession today, and your bidding is plus GST. So factor that in, buyers. Plus GST is your bidding. No change to the chattels. In fact, the property itself today is being sold in an as-is, where-is uninsured state. So you bid and buy today in an as-is, where-is state, and plus GST is your bidding. We take that you have read clauses 22 through to 26, and of course you bid, you buy on that basis. And I reinforce that once again, as is, where is. Possession settlement, that's the day that you get a wonderful opportunity here in Gloucester Street. That is set down for Thursday, the 30th of June, 2022, or any other such date that may have been mutually agreed upon in writing. Well, let's go back, have another look. 509. Well, I have to say 509, if you know your maths, that's a prime number. And I'd have to say that this is a prime piece of land. So if we put a prime number and a prime piece of land together, it becomes a sensational opportunity, or should we call that a sensational property opportunity for you all today. A beautiful 2,022 square metres. It's on a corner site. It really is a fabulous opportunity. Just sitting on top of that, of course, is a big old villa, and it is as is, whereas it's a massive, massive property. It's 100 plus years, 13 plus bedrooms. It really is just one of those long, long opportunities, or should we say an opportunity with a long, long history. It really is fabulous. It's a great opportunity. It's a propertunity, and I have to say, today you buy a wonderful parcel of land, and in the immortal words of Mark Twain, they're not making any more land. No, they're not. Buyers, my instructions are open the bidding at $1 million plus GST. At $1 million bid now, I look for a rise from here. At $1 million for 509 Gloucester, prime number on a prime piece of land at $1 million. There's your bid. There's your start. At $1 million, who bids me on from here? Thought there'd be more hands in the air than a bank robbery at this level, Mark. At $1 million the bid. $1 million, fairly bid and offered now. Look for a rise from here at $1 million. I'm not going to place a vendor bid. If you don't bid, I will simply pass. But $1 million here with me now on a vendor bid at $1 million. First time then at $1 million. Second time at $1 million. Third final call at $1 million. Well, as Mark Morrison often says, you've spoken volumes by speaking nothing or saying nothing. At $1 million fairly bid, if there's no further bidding, I simply pass at $1 million. First, second, third. Well, Mark, Shrina, we're going to pass back to you. I know we have some interest outside. I know it is conditional. We'll continue to work through that. Should you have any interest in 509 Gloucester Street, please avail yourself upon Shrina Zhao, Mark O'Loughlin. They've been your lead marketing consultants. Property is now passed in at $1 million plus GST. And I hand back to my good friend and colleague, Mr. Mark Morrison, who will take us through the balance of today's catalogue.
Folks, let us keep our day moving forward. I take us to our 11 o'clock time slot, the first of which is 33D Esperant Street in St Albans, brought to the market by Debbie Soper, who stands alongside me. I just remind any recent arrivals of the rules and regulations by which we play today. In all respects and all auctions, we work to a confidential reserve price. We won't be disclosing those reserves to you, the bidders at large. Your job as the bidders is to get the bidding up to those reserve prices and potentially over them. Assuming we can work together to do that, the highest bid whose bid that Chris or I accept will very simply be the purchaser. We can nominate the sum by which those bids are increased, and we can in fact refuse a bid if we deem it not to be in the best interest of our owners. If a dispute arises concerning any bidding, well, I'll sort that out. I'll send Liam over. No, what we'll do is we'll just work to the last undisputed bid and we'll commence the bidding or recommence the bidding from there. At the fall of the hammer, if that hammer falls in your direction, congratulations, you will be our successful purchaser. Before you commence your celebrations today over a few cold ones, we will ask that you pay a deposit equaling 1/10 or 10% of the purchase price. I don't mind either. And you sign all of the documentation that is required of you. Cash and unconditional is your bidding in all respects here today. Well, folks, let us now move forward, if we may, to 33D Esperant Street in St Albans. Debbie Soper, your second of the day, so good luck here as well in St Albans. This is an estate and freehold that we sell the lovely folk today. It's 461 square metres of that freehold parcel, lot 5, deposit plan 80297, which is all very ably outlined in your certificate of title that you would have received from Debbie and the team. Now, settlement date is set down, Debbie. It's 10 weeks, is it? 10 weeks from the date of sale or any other such date that's been mutually agreed upon in writing. Schedule 2 outlines the chattels that you receive by way of your purchase price and those further terms, clauses 22 through to 25. You bid and you buy on that basis. Esperant Street, This is the very essence of what is timeless real estate in my eyes. It's permanent material for your peace of mind. And that's only magnified, I think, by the fact that it's single level. So that makes your living day to day so very easy. No doubt about that. Good for people like me with a bad and dicky back. Internal access garaging, that makes things nice and easy at the day's end, especially if the weather turns a little inclement. Whilst on those brighter days, you'll absolutely love those sliding doors which connects your inside to outside. I don't know about you, but I had absolute lawn envy when I visited Esperant Street. It's a stunning place to be at your private garden oasis. 3 bedrooms, including that master ensuite, that all-important master ensuite. It's all pretty sweet here, I think, across the board. Folks, we just need to work out the value where we see this one in the marketplace by way of an opening bid or potentially a winning bid. Doesn't have to be an opening bid, it can be the first and final bid. Seldom happens. Who's got $680,000? It's not a library, folks. It's an auction room. Sent you all to sleep. 680, well, I start things underway then on behalf of my beautiful owners. Make it very clear in terms of value, clearly north of that level at $680,000. Everyone will understand that. I look for 20 on the rise from here. Who's got a cool 700 for me to go? Single level, easy living here. First chance at 680. Twice for the convenience of St Albans. Third call on that vendor bid. My one and only today. Bid me 700, we can have a chat to you. Third chance, final chance. At 680, you surprise me, you shock me. It's not often that I have a look of surprise on my face, but at $680,000, I simply pass the property in today. We're clearly not for sale at these levels. We need to be north of that level. Let me give you some indication, a little bit of guidance. Our owners have priced the property to sell at $749,000. 749 is where we are priced in the market. So I'd expect a line to be forming in front of Debbie in front of my eyes already at that price. This is good real estate here, folks, in Esperant. It's the very essence of good real estate. So go and have a chat to Debbie, priced at $749. I think we'll try and reinvigorate the room a little bit with some bidding music if we may. Girls, that would be super, and we'll be able to move on to our last of the day. I know we've got some updates with auctions out of the room. We'll update you on those very shortly at the same time. We now move to our 10th of the day. I appreciate we do have a couple of prior options still being negotiated, which we'll update you at the appropriate time. But in the interests of keeping our day, our program moving forward, I now take us to the central city of Christchurch, 198 Salisbury Street, in the heart of the CBD. Once more brought to the market by Mr. Cameron Bailey. Every Thursday is a busy day for you, Cameron. Good luck to you. Good luck to our lovely owners that you represent here at 198. Let me steer you through the formalities of this one first. This is an estate and freehold. You buy a neat and precise 200 square metres of that freehold parcel, so it's still your own. Lot 3, deposit of plan 397410, which is all outlined in your certificate of title that Cameron's been making available to each and every one of you. Settlement date set down here for 10 working days from the date of this agreement, or later, that may have been mutually agreed upon in writing with our lovely owners. Schedule 2 outlines the list of chattels that you receive by way of that purchase price. I note there that you've all been made aware that the outdoor fire is being sold on that as is where is situation, so you understand that. Those further terms of sale, clauses 22 through to 25, you certainly bid and buy on that basis at the same time. I had the privilege of visiting this stunning property just on the weekend, and this was a real treat, absolutely, in all respects. And I think that inner city living can be sometimes fraught with a little bit of perceived or very real compromise or sacrifice, but I think here in Salisbury Street you get the absolute best of inner city living without any of those perceived negatives. It's a beautifully designed townhouse, no doubt about that, by Michael Cousins, and it's one that will make you the envy of all of your friends and family. They will want to come and visit, invited, or even if they're not invited, I think they'll still be wanting to pop round. I love the connection of those living spaces to the courtyards. You can be inside or outside. That fireplace inside the living space, you'll be cozying up next to that. That's a nice place to be on these cold winter nights. Be it your town pad, maybe it's a lock and leave, potentially it's your permanent residence, no matter the situation or your motivation. I think that this is an absolute cracking good property that you need to really fight for, because opportunities like this don't come to the market too often. Folks, what I'm going to do today is place a vendor bid to kick things underway. Open up the bidding at $900,000. Let's just move a little $25,000 rises to go. Should be really easy to get your hand up at 9, 2 and 5. 9, 2 and 5. There we go. Welcome into you at 925 confidently and quickly. Hope to see you at the end. Those that start off and finish my auctions, let's find out. At 925,000, I look for another 25 to go on the rise from here. Who's got 950 for Salisbury Street? Leave the car at home. You'll be able to lime scooter into town. First chance at 925. Looking for a little 25 to go, just a little quarter. Second call. Welcome in. Nice to see you. Good luck to you as well. 2 in at this stage. There's your competition at the back of the room at 950 and 975 beckons, surely. Or is it straight to $1 million? 975. Nicely done. Welcome you back in at 975, and that leaves the $1 million wide open. There you go. Straight to the $1 million with confidence at 1,000,000 the bid. 1 and a whole lot of zeros. 1025, sir, would you say? I welcome you back in for a quarter. There we go. At 1,025,000. Welcome in further interest, fresh interest into the race at any stage. But it's down here at the front at 1,025,000 with my starter. 1,050,000 straight back at 1,050,000, and you just jump things to 1.1, sir. Show strength, or is it 1075? 75 confidently. Steadfast in the 25s. She's matched it though, and she's straight back at 1.1. I thought you were bidding there, Tina, but you're just itching your hair. That's okay. At 1,000,001 at the back of the room. Once called, at the rear of the room, I should say. In the rear, but in the lead. At 1.1, sir. 1125. 1150. Love it. That's the way to do it. Double me up. Put 50 on at 1,150,000. Surely you fight fire with fire and get me to 1.2. 75 on top, even better. That's okay, I know what you're saying. At 1,175,000. At 1,175,000. Sir, stick in those 50s.
1, 2.
Okay, 1.2. Just comes back into the 25s. Cool, calm and collected at 1,200,000. For inner city living, where do you find properties like this that come to the market? They don't. For good reason. Tightly held. At 1.2, I have down the front. Another 25. Okay, so just 10. Interesting strategy at this stage, but I work with you at 1,210,000. Sir, stay in those 25s. But at 1,210, I have, get me through to 1,230 and 5. Get some daylight between you and the competition. This next bid's vital, sir. Show stream. Give me 25. What would you like to bid? Happy to stay in second place. Fraught with danger in these auction rooms, I would have thought. Silver medal never feels good around the neck. But at 1,210,000, it's at the rear. First chance. At the rear. Twice called. Keep working, Brendan.
1,250.
1,250. Nicely done, Peter. Welcome into the proceedings with a $40,000 bid. Fight fire with fire. Shrug of the shoulders. 1,260. Okay, so we work in 10s here and we work in 40s across the far side, Peter. Round me off to 1.3. You're going to play the 10 game. It's away from you, it's at the back, at 1,260,000. You know our rule in the gold room, you bid at least twice on our auctions. You've only done one so far, but it was a good bid. But at 1,260,000, I call it down once. I count it down twice. 10 or here. At 1,260,000.
75.
I take it it's $15,000 bid at 1,275,000. Round me off to 1.3. Okay, we can consistent in the 10s. You've got your strategy and stick to it. Any plan's better than no plan at all. But at 1, 2, 8 and 5, Peter, another 15 from you, my friend. 1, 2, 8 and 5. For inner city living. Beautiful lifestyle. Double garage in this location. You can leave the gas guzzlers in there though. You'll be walking to town, scootering, liming, Ubering. But at 1,285 with my $10,000 bid. It's just here for the first time. Twice. At 285. Another 15, Peter.
I'll give you 7.
You give me 7. I love it. At 1,292,000. At 129 and 2 the bid. Man, don't be put off by that. Just round me off to 1.3. Make it easy on me. 1.3 puts on 8. So we've gone a bit of 7, a bit of 8. Peter, you come back with 9. It's as easy as counting. But at 1,300,000 I have. Squares the ledger. The auctioneer breathes a sigh of relief. Back in the lead. By a cool $8,000. 1.3. First chance. I look for 10 from you, Peter, but I sense a quirky number may be forthcoming. That's okay.
I do
20.
quirky.
You do quirky? What's your quirky number?
I'll give you another 5.
I've seen quirkier, but let's work together. At 1,305. I was terrified as to what might have been coming, but at 1,305 I have with you.
It's a good job you can count.
My counting days are numbered, Chris. At 1,305. Across the far side, Brendan, keep working with your lovely folk down here. And at the back, Cameron, it's away from your buyer, or your bidder, I should say, at this stage, at 1,305. What's cool? Okay, at 1,307 and change. Down to the 2.5s. At 1,307.5. Do we stick another 2.5 yourself, Peter? At 1,307 and some change. I'd put a confident 10 on. stamp your authority on proceedings, but at 13075 I have. Once called, twice now. What's the rebuttal, the retort, the rise?
Number 5.
Very good. At 13125. Another 2.5 at 13115. Easy as you like. At 1,315,000 I have. This is fun. At 1,315,000. Slowly but surely. Our last of the day, worth the wait. Another 5, Peter. Will you just round me off to 1,350? What's cool? At 315, the school pick up. Twice now. At 1,315,000. For Salisbury Street. Okay. What was the conclusion of the discussion?
Day 20.
Good. At 1,335,000, bidding 20,000 on top, I assume.
No.
1,320 then. Very good. Always trained to take the higher number as an auctioneer. Working for my vendors at 1,320,000. What about a 10, Cameron, from your lovely buyers, your bidders?
5 more.
5 more. At 1,325. At 1 3/8 million dollars, isn't it, Chris?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
all day long, mate.
Those fractions into their fractions at 1,325,000 at 3/8 of a million over the million. At $1,325,000 I have. Peter, your turn, your time. Out. It's fairly public concession, isn't it? 1,325,000. Go and have another chat. First chance. Take confidence from others. Sue, what about you? The good lady alongside you. You started this. Come back and finish it. At 1 3/8 million, at 132.5. First call, second chance. Third call, Peter, as I put your bidders on notice. Happy to sit tight? Then we just pause. We present an opportunity, Cameron, to our highest bidder at 1,325,000. Don't have instructions. Pausing at 1,325.
Ladies and gentlemen, I take you back in our catalogue to allow us to move forward, but I take you back to the offering at number 4, Lux Street in Hallswell. We left the room and paused with the highest bid some time ago, and that bid was paused at $910,000. My understanding is that outside of the room, you've graciously increased your bid to $920,000. You confirm that with me? At $920,000. 920 is the bid now, buyers. My instruction's very clear. Not selling at these levels, not on the market, not for sale. I look for an increase. I give you an opportunity to increase as well, sir, but at 920, I don't have the ability to sell to you. I opened the auction at 920. I look for a rise from here at $920,000, fairly bid and offered now with my new best friend on the window at 920. 920 is the call now, buyers. Once at 920. I pass if I don't see a better bid. Twice the money at 920. Third final call at $920,000. Done. Silence. Sir, I'd come back to you one last time. Any increase from 920? Okay, good luck. Thank you for your participation. $920,000. I pass. Number 4, Luck Street Inn. To our owners at $920,000. And I do have an announcement to make. We are now priced and ready to be bought at $949,000. If you do have any interest, be it cash and unconditional or conditional interest, please avail yourself upon Lou Ding, Michelle Fu, or the team there at Team Fu, and they will in turn help you get across the line with this wonderful, wonderful property, and your luck may change toward the end of the day. Passing back in.
Alrighty folks, a couple of updates for you. 198 Salisbury Street, we paused a little while ago at 1,325,000, which of course is not 1 3/8 of $1 million, that's 1,375,000 for the educated amongst you. But coming back to the number at $1,325,000, I understand we've had some discussions. The conclusion of those discussions is that our bid still stands. I get confirmation at 1,325,000. The bid still stands. I now look to our lovely owners. I understand change of instructions that we are on the market and we're selling at 1,325. Couldn't be clearer than that. Sit tight, folks. I reopen the property. I re-offer it to you because we are on the market and selling. You won't be able to drive past this one again. Regret is a terrible emotion. You have to take a different route into town at 1,325,000 if you don't secure it today. First time at 1,325,000. I'll take a little $2,000 on the side if you like. One, I'll work with one at 132,600. Transparent is the process here. One more, we play the one game at 327. Why wouldn't you? For the opportunity, for the privilege to call this one home. At $1,327,000. I'll keep working the ones all day. I'll take a little 500 from you if you like. First chance at 132,700. Roll the dice again. For your happiness. Twice. Fifth call. Selling away. All done, Peter. Appreciate the bidding. Appreciate the interest. Good luck, folks. At 1,327,000, you've done it. Congratulations, it's going your way. Going, and sold. Well done, guys. Thank you to our owners for your instructions and the opportunity to represent you. Well, folks, it's been an exciting day here in the Harcourts Gold auction rooms. That wraps up proceedings. It's been an absolute pleasure working alongside all of you, alongside Chris and the rest of the Harcourts Gold team. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you all again on Thursday.